Obama and Raul Castro also met on the sidelines of the summit on Saturday. They both agreed there are still deep and significant differences between the U.S. and Cuban governments. Obama thanked Raul Castro for the spirit of openness and courtesy that he showed during their interactions. He also said he hopes Cuba can open an embassy in Washington, D.C. so that U.S. and Cuban diplomats can operate on a more frequent basis. Obama concluded that the new era of relations with Cuba could have a historic impact on the hemisphere and the world.
This is obviously a historic meeting. The history between the United States and Cuba is obviously complicated, and over the years a lot of mistrust has developed. But during the course of the last several months, there have been contacts between the U.S. and the Cuban government, and in December, as a consequence of some of the groundwork that had been laid, both myself and President Castro announced a significant change in policy and the relationship between our two governments. I think that after 50 years of a policy that had not changed on the part of the United States, it was my belief that it was time to try something new.
Well, Mr. President, friends from the press, we have been making long speeches and listening to many long speeches too, so I do not want to abuse the time of President Obama or your time. I think that what President Obama has just said, it's practically the same as we feel about the topics, including human rights and freedom of the press. We have said on previous occasions to some American friends that we are willing to discuss every issue between the United States and Cuba. We are willing to discuss about those issues that I have mentioned and about many others as these, both in Cuba but also in the United States.